Hey folks, and welcome to part 13 of Gurumin's A Monstrous Adventure. In the last part, we pretty much gotten a new move to use, and we're exploring Pimento Mountain. And the reason that we're exploring Pimento Mountain is that we're looking for Pino. Pino have seemed to be gotten captured by Shadow Parin, and Shadow Parin is just like a little code name I decided to give the doppelganger of Parin. And if you folks haven't noticed, you pretty much gotten a good idea of who Shadow Parin is. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who may be watching for the first time. So yeah, but anyway, last part I also mentioned the existence of roller coasters. And I didn't have enough time to pretty much go on that tangent of what roller coasters, what exactly roller coasters got to do with it. Well, the last part we took a roller coaster to get here, and that's why I was going to go on a tangent about roller coasters. See, the thing about roller coasters with me is that, oh man, it's pretty much of a weird story about me and roller coasters, so let me go ahead and just talk about it. The thing is, roller coasters with me, oh man, I was terrified of roller coasters. In fact, we have a theme park here in Florida called Busch Gardens. I don't know if it exists anywhere else, but we have Busch Gardens, and I was 8 years old at the time, and I was terrified of heights. Actually, I've been terrified of heights for a long time. I'm trying to get over that fear as of now. So, but anyway, yeah, I was 8 years old. We went to Busch Gardens. I was too small to ride on any of the roller coasters, even though I wanted to give it a shot then. But I really didn't have any rides to go on. I don't even know why I went in the first place then. Um, but yeah, I couldn't get on any of the rides. And now, fast forwarding to the time I was 21 or 22 at the time, I can't remember. But we went to somewhere in, what is Ohio, called Kings Island. So you people from Ohio might know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is nothing but roller coasters. Still terrified of roller coasters. I had a friend at the time. He's still a good friend of mine. Um, I'll just call him K9. That's what he goes by. A good friend of mine. He kind of egged me on into getting on every roller coaster that that park had to offer. It was insane. So imagine, you're being terrified of heights and you're getting on your first roller coaster. And the first roller coaster you get on has a big drop. So you're going up the roller coaster. You have a full view of the park that you're in, and you are terrified as crap. You're looking all over, and you kind of wish you haven't, because that you being scared of heights at that time is just, oh man, it's just whoa. But anyway, got on the roller coaster, had my eyes shut for half the ride, so I kind of ruined the ride for myself. But, but then, after that, after the ride was over, I had the biggest adrenaline rush, and after that, I just went on every ride that that park had to offer, pretty much conquering my fear of heights. So that was just a fantastic time. Uh, that was great, actually. I wouldn't mind, getting on some roller coasters again. I love roller coasters now. So someone who was afraid of roller coasters pretty much conquered his fear of heights and stuff, and now enjoys riding roller coasters. So yeah, I'm a big roller coaster fan. Pretty much conquered my fear of heights. I don't anything to do with heights. I'm not afraid of anymore. So any rides that has drops and leaps and stuff, I absolutely enjoy now. Back then I hated it, but now it's so much fun to be had. But anyway, yeah, that's just one of my little short stories that I wanted to share with you folks. So anyway, yeah, we're here in a snowy mountain, and if you folks haven't noticed, or should I say in a better term, if you folks don't know, I freaking love ice levels in any sort of video game setting, whether it be platformer, RPG, anything that has to do with snow. because I've been in snow before, and it is great. I remember the first time seeing snow. It was such a winter wonderland to me. It was incredible to actually see that for the first time. So, but that has really nothing to do with my love for snow levels. I've always loved snow levels, even as a kid playing platformers with snow level. A good example of that is Crash 2 with the Snow Go. I think that's what the level is called. I've always enjoyed that level. So this right here, this level to play is an absolute joy to me, and I'm just exploring everything that this snow level has to offer. Have you ever played a game like that where you have to pretty much, like, if you enjoy the level, that you want to explore everything that the game has to offer? I'm pretty sure it's a couple of games out there that you folks can just name off your fingers. One example of a game that looks pretty good to explore, and I haven't played it yet, but I've seen plenty of videos on, is Super Mario Brothers Odyssey. Yeah, I know I haven't played it yet because I don't have a Switch, but I do plan on getting one by the end of this year. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll be able to have one because um, either me or the co-host will have a Switch probably by the end of this year. And those enemies right there, those things are clever actually. They turn into a pot when you're not looking, so you pretty much have to be crafty when you taking one of those things down. But yeah, we plan on having, or at least one of us planning on having a Switch by the end of this year. Probably most likely it'll be me before him. But yeah, I Odyssey looks like it's every fanfare of Mario Bros. It is like, man, they got things from Super Mario, the original World, 3, 64. It looks like it's just an amazing compilation of a game that hopefully I don't. Oh man, I tried my best, and I mean tried my best not to spoil the game for myself, but I figure, see, the thing with me is that if I don't play the game, or I don't think I'm gonna play the game, I ruin the game for myself by watching cutscenes, gameplay, all that good stuff. And man, I kind of ruined it for myself when it came to Odyssey because I was watching gameplay videos, the little cutscenes that it has, which pretty much is the ending, and all that good jazz. But I think the best experience comes from actually playing the game, playing it for yourself. And these guys right here, they look like they're ready for a battle, but I'm already ready for them, so I'm not going to avoid them because they have stuff that I actually need. But anyway, yeah, I just to go off another tangent, I do plan on playing Castlevania for the channel. The thing is with Castlevania, it's known to people as a brutal game, which in all actuality it's not. Well, maybe it is because not N64, but Nintendo games back then were hard. So yeah, if I do tackle Castlevania, it's gonna be with cheat codes. Yeah, it really is. So yeah, don't expect a honest playthrough when it comes to that. But in case, if you folks demand it enough, I'll play Castlevania. But it's not really on my list of games I have. Actually, I gotta look through that list and see what the next couple of games are gonna be playing after this one. I might take a break from doing like weekend RPGs and stuff like that. Well, it's not really weekends anymore because of the whole situation that's going on with the internet. But I might have to put like a RPG on hold and just play something that you folks are either familiar or not familiar with. But we'll just see how it turns out to be, and hopefully I'll be able to get my act together and resume the weekend RPG goodness for you folks. Don't know the next RPG that I'll be doing, but if you follow me on Twitter or follow my fan page, you'll pretty much have a good idea of what I'll be playing next. So always follow those pages to stay updated with the latest and greatest. see what the co-host might be planning or whatnot, and all that good stuff. Even though he don't have a Twitter, I'll keep you guys updated with, if he's gonna be joining me for a playthrough or not. If you're interested enough. But I was trying to figure out what to do here, and didn't see that ledge right there. Actually, that was pretty clever and kind of well hidden. But yep, folks. Me and the don't worry about the co-host. We'll be getting into some stuff sooner or later. Got to plan the next playthrough that he actually wants to do. I'm trying to get set up for because believe it or not, we'll be hitting yeah, I had I forgot I edited that in there actually. That was amazing. But we'll be hitting some playthroughs soon enough. We'll be pretty much tackling Persona 5. That's the next big solo thing he wants to do by himself. He also wants to do Sunshine, for you folks that want to know. He'll be doing that. I just have to finish the rest of the Mario games that come before it. So Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and Super Mario 64. And as soon as I finish those games, he'll be ready to go with Sunshine, because I told him I didn't want to do Sunshine. So he has graciously offered his help for that game. So you folks will be seeing pretty much the first ever game starting to co-host with the most pretty soon on this channel. I'll be taking a backseat derogative and be giving in my comments and inputs, and hopefully we'll be able to have a good time with that one. Anyway, if you haven't guessed already, this level, well, this part right here, I should say, is nothing but me exploring this section right here. So this is pretty much all there is to it, as far as like exploring Pimento Mountain. And that guy right there, he was pretty much ready for me, trying to give me the 1-2 punch. But yeah, this is all that part this part is, just this exploration, folks. That's what this game encourages. I've stated this many times before. If you like a game that encourages exploration, and that's pretty much with any RPGs. Let me tell you something with RPGs when it comes to me. Um, the thing is with me, I don't like traditional RPGs. There are some exceptions, obviously, but I like free roaming RPGs, as though they call it, action RPGs they call it, where you get to roam around and do stuff and explore. And turn-based battles is something I can put up with if I enjoy the narrative of the story. Um, I don't enjoy turn-based battles too much, and this is coming from a guy who played Final Fantasy. But yeah, and the thing is, speaking of Final Fantasy, the thing I've been hearing with 7 is that they're gonna turn, and this may be a rumor, and I think it is a rumor, that they're gonna turn Final Fantasy 7 remake into like an action game, and that response didn't go over well with the fans. And by that I mean that guy made a beeline towards that. He had to make sure. But that didn't go well with the fans. I was reading a pretty much article about that, and man, the fans sounded pissed in the comments section. So I was having a blast reading that article just for the comments alone. I mean, so many people are waiting for this game. They stated that it's coming out in 2020, even though I think it'll be coming out in 2021, 2022. We'll see what happens. And yeah, it's just the fans' response to that game was just, and it's just the crazy thing is it's just a rumor. So you can't believe rumors until you actually see evidence of it. But thanks to um, Square Enix not really saying anything, that's all they can go off of. And I just thought of the next RPG game that I can do for the weekends while I was talking about that. The next game that I can do for you folks, if you folks want me to, and I do plan on doing it, is Tomba for the PlayStation 1. I keep talking about that game, so I can go ahead and pretty much do it. If you folks want me to, let me know in the comment section ahead. Do you want me to do Tomba as a weekend thing? or just do Tama as a regular playthrough. I'm fine with either or. Just let me know if you're interested in me doing that. But yeah, now that we have the dresser, I have pretty much tough time trying to figure out who the dresser belongs to. So I go around in the town to figure out who it belongs to. And it doesn't belong to anyone here. I even tried to talk to the sponsor, which is standing right in the middle of the town, and tried to see if it belongs to him, which it doesn't. So yeah, I just go around looking crazy trying to figure out, I thought it belonged to Perry. Honestly, I thought it belonged to him because it looked like it was something that he would have inside his home. But no, it doesn't belong to him. Actually, the person that it belongs to is Chucky. So we'll be able to talk to him in a few moments here. I'm kind of losing my mind trying to figure out exactly who it who it belongs to, and it rings to me while I'm doing all this that, hey, Chucky's not here. So let's go visit Chucky and see what he has to say about it. As you can see, I'm still wandering around like an idiot until I get the idea, hey, let's go into town. And I remember that Chucky was in town, so let's go to him, talk to him, and hopefully he'll give me the response that I'm looking for. So now that we gave Chucky his dresser that he magically teleported inside his home, we can open up the next paths that are available for us. And we'll be able to see that just a second here. Yeah, that we can be able to explore Pimento Mountain more, and a new area has opened up for us as well. But what are these new areas? We'll see in the next part of Gurumin, a monstrous adventure. So until then, folks, take care.